Hi guys and welcome to episode 28 of Tttv. 28.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
Do you wish that you'd been there for all of them?
I do. I really do.
Should we go back and refilm them all?
Yeah.
We've been on a moderate hiatus from filming. When was the last time we filmed? I don't know, like May or June. We've just been busy. We've just been super busy. All right, this is Taylor Training TV. I can't swear on this.
Yeah, no swearing.
Just got to keep me honest on that. I don't really know what we're talking about today, but it's getting cold. Winter's here. We're going to start filming this stuff again. Janine's still with me. Behind the camera, that's Courtney. She's doing our camera stuff now. We like her most of the time. Yeah, so episode 28.
Uh-huh.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
Didn't sell it.
Right?
Did not sell
I'm
it.
so excited.
Better. Cool. Let's talk about something. What do you want to talk about for episode 28? Taylor Training TV.
We are going to talk about why it's so important to strength train as you age, specifically talking about arthritis.
Oh, because that's the article that was posted a little while ago. So there's an article posted, I don't know, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's talking about osteoarthritis in the knee joints. And what they were doing is looking at skeletal remains of, how long? Were they like 14,000 years old?
Yeah.
They're like 14,000-year-old skeletons. And when they do these analysis, they don't see any arthritis. So one of the big common misconceptions about joint health is that wear and tear and wear and tear and wear and tear is what causes these issues. When we look at these old skeletons, however, and we don't see those things, what it's starting to kind of tell us is that it's not wear and tear, but it's actually lack of movement that has a contributing factor, a strong contributing factor to development of arthritis and a lot of joint conditions. Because why? No one's 100% sure, but we can surmise from the world of fitness and health that probably the less exercise and movement you do, the weaker your muscles are, the less support there is for the joint. And joints have all sorts of cartilage and fluid and stuff like that in there. Movement lubricates them and keeps them healthy, so it's just really important to have lots of movement. So the implication of all of this is don't stop moving, or your joints are going to be a disaster zone.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
I might make you more interactive now.
I'm down.
All right.
Whatever you think.
If you have more questions on arthritis, message us. Or joint health in general.
Yes.
It's getting a little high with the mic.
I'll be all right. So that was Courtney's first time on video. She thinks I will edit that out. I will not. She's just learning to work all the camera systems, and she's keeping me in check because Taylor yells into his mic. What are we talking about next?
Intermittent fasting.
Courtney has to learn that Taylor's all over the place. See, a lot of people, like, where's Vanessa? Oh, Vanessa's not here. They're very what we call black and white. They like rules and specific setups. Taylor doesn't work well like that, but they'll adapt. What's next?
Intermittent fasting.
Just in general, you want to talk about it?
We want to talk
Okay,
about it.
you
update
intermittent
about
fast now.
Yes.
Do you?
Not really.
Courtney's out. Vanessa's gone.
Unintentionally. I'm like working my way there, I guess.
All right, we'll get you there.
Yeah.
Intermittent fasting is kind of like the hot topic of the health and fitness world right now, and you're seeing a lot of people in California. What's it called? Silicon Valley is like the big, huge thing. They're doing like 36 and 48-hour fasts. Let's talk about it because there's a lot of myths around when we should eat and how our bodies function and work. Right? Intermittent fasting simply means you have intermittent times that you fast. So you don't necessarily do 36 hours every single time you fast every week or once a month. That's not intermittent. Intermittent is you have a period you have 6 hours this day, 8 hours that day. That's just kind of how the system works. Now, what are the benefits and the pros and cons? The myths around this. The biggest myth is that if you don't eat, you're going to trash your metabolism and starve yourself. All the science says this is not true. And this is like a big change in the world of fitness. And this is going to scare a lot of you, and you're not going to believe me, and I'm sure I made a bunch of comments from people who just don't keep themselves educated enough to understand what is really going on. You cannot really affect your metabolism. So all these people selling you fitness programs about boosting your metabolism and increasing your calorie output, blah, 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 they're all just wrong, and they're based on bodybuilding gym lore that's been going on for a long time. Scientific America in January, February of this year put a great article about metabolism. the researchers of this study who've been studying this for a long time measured the total calorie expenditure of a hunter-gatherer society in Africa. I do not remember exactly where. And they measured the total calorie expenditure of totally sedentary people in the United States who do not get off the couch. What did they find? They burn the same number of calories every day. And then the hunter-gatherer people who are super crazy active, the more active they were, they didn't burn any more calories in a day. Your metabolism is like a genetic set point. We're talking intermittent fasting, and I'm all gone on metabolism.
I'm not surprised.
Just make sure to bring me back later
Okay.
if I forget.
Yeah.
The point of that whole story is you can't really affect your metabolism. So not eating to a point, I mean, if you starve yourself for a week or a month, that's different. Having these periods of intermittent fasting is not going to trash your metabolism. So everyone that's trying to sell you a protein shake or a supplement that you got to eat this right now after your exercise period or your muscles are going to atrophy away and your metabolism is going to slow down, it ain't true. Can you put this topic into our next Coach Taylor too, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So you don't have to worry about that. So intermittent fasting, what are the benefits? The benefits are you'll live longer, you'll live healthier, you'll have a decreased risk of Alzheimer's, dementia, cancer, the list goes on. There are thousands of studies now going over a decade of the benefits of intermittent fasting. They're using it in cancer research, like everywhere across the board. Intermittent fasting is showing huge positive benefits of improving health and keeping you living longer. I'm not going to go into details of how it works. If you would like to know more about it, go on to our website, check this link. Don't worry, Courtney, that link will appear later. You'll see. Oh my God, we should have someone with a sign run behind me with link. That'd be so good. We have that. Go to that link. It'll be in the notes for this show too. We have a whole book on intermittent fasting with research, and you can read all about it and learn all about it. It's super fantastic. We all do it, except Courtney. The rest of us all do it. The last thing I'll talk about, because right now you're saying like, well, there's no way I could not eat for hours at a time.
I thought I was going to die. Personally, Vanessa thought she
Is
was
Vanessa
gonna die.
even
I don't know.
working today?
I think she's
Where the hell is she? Trust me, if these guys, like, if you had told them 2 years ago that they could go for 8 to 10 hours without eating, or 24 hours, they would have thought you were
It's like, I'm not,
totally crazy,
I'm gonna die.
right?
Yeah.
Now it's like literally, like it's not even a problem.
I don't
You
even think
feel
about it
better,
anymore. Yeah.
energy comes up.
I find I focus better. I get more stuff done during the day. 'cause
Like
I'm not
notes for
worried
the
about-
show?
Yeah, like notes for the show.
Yeah.
And then
You adapt to it. At first it can be a challenge, but then it gets easier. Read more about it. That's double link I have to put in when I edit that later. It's going to drive me nuts.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good picture of me.
What's next?
Okay, next we're going to talk about if you sweat more, do you burn more calories? Which we kind of covered.
That's a perfect... Did you do that on purpose? Oh, look, Vanessa does work here.
Ah,
There she is. We've been trying to pull you into the video for so long, you missed it now.
You have to step over this way so you can wave. There you go. Lord Vanessa.
Sorry. What were we talking about?
you asked me if I did on purpose, the perfect segue.
What was the topic, though? I've forgotten.
If you sweat more,
I'm
do
wearing
you
a toque
burn-
now because I'm going old and gray. I don't remember things.
It's okay. That's why I'm here. If you sweat more, do you burn more calories?
Oh, if you sweat more, do you burn more calories? Remember that whole thing we just talked about? No, the more you sweat has zero effect whatsoever on how many calories you burn. Do you want to know the truth? And all you other fitness people out there, if you even take the time to watch this, stop spoon feeding this garbage to people. It's almost impossible to know how many calories you burn from exercise, and everybody is different. You can take two women who are 5'6", weigh 140 pounds, out of the same body composition, and they will burn different amounts of calories from the exact same exercise. All those little calorie burner things on your treadmills, they're all wrong. They're useless and dumb.
What about
You can't
Fitbits?
know. Fitbits cannot tell you. You're trying to get me riled up. Fitbits cannot tell you how many calories you burn. Your Apple Watch is not giving you an accurate count of how many calories you are unless it is calibrated for you in a huge ass machine that you have to get hooked. It's so impossible to know, and it's a useless number to know. It just really is. Next episode, let's talk about why knowing how many calories you're burning in a day is useless. I don't know that said. I got distracted in my head about that. Yeah, no. The more you sweat, the more calories you burn. False. false information. Ooh, let's start a whole meme series. False.
Okay.
Let's do that now too. Okay, what do we have anything else to talk about? How much time do we got? Where have we got?
We've still got like 8.5 minutes.
Oh, nice.
We've never gone this fast.
No.
What's next?
Okay, we are talking about physio. Physio topic. How should your spine bend?
Oh yeah, this is not just physio.
Well, this is everything.
This is for,
But-
but it is. Because in physiotherapist, we've got 2 physios that are super awesome. Courtney's actually our physiotherapy assistant, and she's a coach. She does everything. She just does. I find that people with red hair tend to be better at everything.
Yeah.
That's a general cultural rule, right?
Of course.
We don't say anything offensive on air anymore, do we?
Yeah.
No, we don't. It's your spine. People are really messed up in what they think their spine can do. And we've got these like crazy things. Let's do a demo, but we can't go far because we forgot to charge a camera. We're gonna go do a demo right over here. And we're gonna use Janine. I wanna show you what your spine can do. So just stand right here facing the camera.
Okay.
How far to the side can you bend without moving your hips? Oh, you went the opposite way of me. Funny. Can you bend to the other side? Let your head drop too. Look, keep going as far as you can. Like, look, that's your spine bending, right? Now let's bring her this way and just like drop forward and like roll down and let your head relax. This is your spine bending. Now come back up top. That is not the only way your spine works. This is also what your spine's supposed to be able to do.
Back handspring. Just kidding.
Look, see that? Now stand up for a sec. Perfect. Without getting too much into the history of things, we call that hyperextension. It's not hyperextension. Hyperextension means how far your back can go and then going past that point. That's just how far your spine's supposed to be able to move. Okay, cool, let's do that. We're gonna go back to the table. Courtney can handle it. She's on this. Right, that's how far your spine is supposed to be able to move. We live in a culture that we sit, right? We're always hunched forward, doing this kind of stuff, and we're grumpy.
I was just gonna say, I love how you have the grumpy face.
Well, because no one's happy doing this.
Yeah.
That is just set up your spine. But we've actually lost the ability to bend backwards, and your spine should be able to. I am not saying right now I want you to stand up and see how far backwards you can bend. If you've been hunched or not flexing, extending that spine for decades, you got to work back into it. This isn't going to happen overnight. I just want people to appreciate that your spine should be able to bend that way. And if you don't have that mobility, you have to do something about it. It can be with great fitness people. It can be with great physiotherapists. We have all of the above here, and great physio admins too. We have everything. Yeah, your spine's got to be able to move that way for your longevity and health, for keeping your spine healthy and being able to do things for the rest of your life. It's got to be able to move.
Boom.
That it?
That's it.
We did so good.
I'm done.
How much time have we got left?
5.5 minutes.
Nailed it. I will not fill up the rest of the time. We're going to try to keep these episodes shorter. That was episode 28.
Yes.
Episode 28, Tttv Training TV. We will make these more regular. If you want us to talk about anything, touch base on any topics, message us. Message on here, private message us, email info@tailoredtraining.ca. Love the links, so good, right? Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
So, hey, I wasn't done yet. See you later.